Welcome, everyone, to yet another episode of the Talking Shop podcast. We got the three amigos coming at you live. We got It's Cobb and Medium Rare Cards joining me from Grand Slam. We're going to talk some shop on a Topps opening day launch night basketball stuff.
Josh,
Join us!
Do you think that they're going to slowly move away from the Wednesday, Friday rotation and make it a Tuesday, Thursday launch?
It's interesting you say that because it really feels like maybe that's what it is. Because someone tell me why some of these products are starting to launch on Thursday. If the NBA season kicked off today, I could say, oh, they're just going to start timing it with things like that, but kicked off Tuesday. So why not launch it Wednesday? You know what I mean? So I would like the reason why. And you know what? I bet I could ask them and they'd probably give me a reason. So that'll be my homework to ask them.
So from an outsider, just from what I know about your release schedules and the things that happen around the shop, honestly, I think they don't want to compete with Pokemon releases on Fridays.
Fair, or even maybe Panini releases on Wednesday and Thursday, or Wednesday and Fridays as well. So that's a great thought. I take
Jacob,
back all as I said about you.
Hit us the rundown real quick, and then we'll get going.
All righty. Well, the World Series matchup is set, so we're going from basketball to baseball. Then we get back to basketball, and everybody's arguing about who is going to take home the trophy. But while the baseball world is heating up, the hobbies world has been just as wild. The FBI dropped shocking details this morning, I believe it was, about former and current NBA players facing fraud charges. Panini's WNBA Downtowns are ready to drop. Randy Johnson explained why he won't sign jerseys, and it's actually a pretty cool reason. Shohei's postseason might be the greatest ever, plus his game-worn shoe is literally in a card, and we will see that in a little bit. And Topps has just unveiled its golden return to NBA cards with the new Gold Logo Man program. As always, we'll hit with what's new in the shop, and Josh will close it out. He says he has a couple really good, crazy stats. So let's get into this World Series.
Do the Blue Jays have a shot? Do they have any hope to dethrone the Dodgers? I'd like to say they do, but I don't know.
Vlad's playing really well. It's crazy that he's playing that well and being completely overshadowed
by someone who hasn't played that well but had one epic game.
Right.
Would you say that's the greatest baseball performance ever in a game, period? I've heard that talked about quite a bit. I'm curious what your thought would be on that.
It's a lot of anytime greatest ever, it's usually a lot of recency bias associated with it. So let's cool our jets. Was it a clinching? That was the clinching game?
Mm-hmm.
Or no? It was.
Yeah.
But they had built a pretty big lead. I mean, they were playing with house money.
Yeah.
I don't know. It pound for pound, like if you take the situation out, probably so. Like 10 strikeouts over 6 innings. Starting pitchers don't go much past 6. That's basically a complete game now for most modern pitchers. And then the 3 home run and the 3 home runs, and then one out of the stadium, right? One off the top of the. I mean, it was just really impressive. Really impressive.
Yeah, surely in the history of baseball, there's been a performance in a game. You know, like you said, they already had a series lead. They lost that game. Doesn't matter. His home runs weren't like game winning. Like I feel like a bottom of the 9th game winning home run to win the World Series. Maybe that's never been done. Surely it has been. But you know what I mean?
Joe Carter?
Yeah.
Maybe? I remember Freddie Freeman's grand slam last year. I just felt like, and this is talking out of both sides of my mouth, but this is how spoiled we are with Shohei now.
Yeah. Well, how about this? Because to say something's the greatest game ever, to be so absolute, it's so hard to juggle that. But yeah, Lolio saying Kirk Gibson's home run there. But what about it? You just say it's the greatest statistical game ever played because it's just there's no one even close to have ever done that because he did it on both sides. But greatest baseball performance ever. What about like, wasn't it Kurt Schilling in the bloody sock or, you know, I don't know. I just think like the greatest game ever is a little much.
Well,
but it's up there.
Yeah, we have plenty of Shohei to talk about, but let's dream a little, guys. I put the StubHub link in the show notes, and let's pretend like all three of us are going to. Let's go to Game 2.
Game 4 selling fast.
Well, it is, and I think that's just they just do that so that you buy them. So let's go to Game 2. All three of us. Let's get some tickets sitting together. Where are we sitting here, guys, for Game 2?
I mean, my theory is if you're going to go to a game like this, you're not going to sit in the nosebleeds. Pay the money.
Well,
3 seats. We're in the nosebleeds,
Come on, this is a once in a lifetime. Can I do you know who Andrea Bocelli is? Did you see my Facebook post?
I was sort of jealous. That's one of the more jealous posts I've seen. I was jealous over that post because I'm a huge fan.
You are all right, good. So some people don't know who he is, but I've been a fan of his for like 25 years, and I finally got to go. He's getting up there in age. I said, this is probably the only time I'm going to see him in person. It's a special. So I got 4th row tickets, like splurge one time. Because it's not like you're going to go again. So if it's like, yeah, we might go again next year or the next year, then it's a different story. But one time. So if we're going to the World Series, even if we got to borrow money, we're sitting in good seats.
Yeah. Yeah. Where are we sitting? We're sitting third base side. We're sitting
Jacob's
first base side. Yeah, Jacob's fine.
Is Vlad?
I will get us 3 recliners and we'll sit in the shop and watch it if you want to, and we'll have pizza brought in.
Wow, look at that!
Is
that
probably make me pay for the pizza too.
Section 22? Is that for all 3?
There's 3 seats right here.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And it includes some food.
The last,
right?
You know, I've never bought from StubHub, but I like that they show your view. It's pretty
great.
Good.
So
it's fantastic.
3 tickets is $2,200.
Yeah, and it includes unlimited food.
Wait,
no
access to the VIP lounge.
That's 60. Yeah, 6,200.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. I mean, Josh is dreaming. He's like, this is once in a lifetime. Yeah.
But is the one right above it the same place? Oh no, that's row 13 seats.
That's where the peasants sit.
Well, that's all right. I take 6,200's a lot. That's probably too much.
And you got to make sure your passport is up to date as well.
Yeah, it's gonna cost us that much to get there, dude.
Why are we picking a Toronto game? Why don't we go to an LA game?
Well, we'll see. So 6,200. How about LA? Let's see those tickets.
Which game would you like to go to, Michael?
Let's go to game
5. Game 5.
Yeah, game 5.
The Blue Jays are going to win at least one if the Dodgers win it. And you never know. The Blue Jays could stun us all.
Ooh. How about the $43,000 package?
Where you see that? Did I miss something?
Hold on. I thought I saw it.
I don't think we're getting good seats in LA unless we get the Amex out.
My last time I went to LA was last year, and I do not care to go back.
I want the free food and drink. Look at how many seats are behind the field and none in the outfield.
Let's get real fun here.
Wow. Boom.
I mean, here's my thought. If you're going to spend $6 or $7,000, why not spend 11 and just sit right behind
exactly.
If you're going to go for it, you might as well.
How about the $15,000 package right there? I want guaranteed
what do you get?
Foul ball and there's 4 left.
Michael, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what you're seeing with this whole 15,000.
Right there, it says 15,000. 4 left on the field. Look at the field.
Right by third base, right there. Click on that.
Yeah.
Behind the netting, even. What do you get for $15,000?
You
better sweat on me or something for that price.
You want Shohei sweat on you? Well, while we're dreaming here, who do we like in this? The overwhelming favorite has to be the Dodgers, but I would not be surprised if the Blue Jays give them some issues.
Think about it this way. The Blue Jays have home field advantage, meaning they had a better record.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
And don't forget that. This isn't the lovable losers that fumbled their way to the World Series. This is a great team.
And that's a tough and that looks like, I wouldn't know, but that looks like a tough place to play if you're the visiting team. Not the friendly confines. So.
Well, we aren't going to that, but this coming Monday, I am going to be in Kansas City at the Chiefs-Commanders game.
That's kind of cool.
It is kind of cool. I'm flying out there. A friend invited me on a whim. Said, I know it's unrealistic, but you should fly out and we go to the Kansas City Commanders game because he lives near Kansas City, which is where we lived when we first got married. And so I'm going back home for a weekend. He's going to pick me up. But so he's like, I know it's unrealistic. You should fly out here. Let's go to the game. And so, 2 hours later, I texted him my itinerary and I was like, are you able to pick me up from the airport? He's like, I can't believe you're doing this. Like,
that's
let's do it.
Awesome. Are you going to wear a bright pink Grand Slam Cards hoodie?
Ooh,
so we can see you on television?
I don't think our seats are that good. He's a big Commanders fan, and we're going to be in the Lions Den of Kansas City. So, you know what I should wear? You remember Deion Sanders played for the Redskins for like one season? I have a Deion jersey.
Go for it.
I'm going to have to wear that.
You got to.
The only way I can support my friend's team. And then hope I don't get mugged because it says Redskins on it. And they think I'm a racist.
No, the people that don't like the Redskins name aren't at the football game. But I do think I found the most expensive ticket. Just messing around. I think it's $35,000 Game 7.
Well, let's buy. Do we get our money back if they don't go to Game 7?
This is
How
what
about
the view is looking like.
We buy one. There's one ticket.
This
Why
is
in the world? It's one ticket. So somebody bought this and now they're trying to resell it.
And there's probably not a ton of risk because if it goes 7 games, people are hyped and excited. They know this is the last game. And if it doesn't go 7, I would assume they get their money back, right? So not a huge...
No, they just go.
Oh, and they sit in
that's a reselling. They're reselling.
Yeah, but what if the series is over in 5 games?
Josh said, wouldn't they just get a refund?
They'd get a refund for their tickets for
game doesn't exist.
Oh yeah.
In this scenario.
Yeah, they don't keep that money because that's one of the selling things is owners want these series to go long because it's a lot more money for them. And so if everyone that bought tickets, they didn't have to refund them, they'd say, oh, we don't care if the game goes long.
All right, Jacob, who do you like in the World Series?
I hope those teams have a good time.
He says Roman Reigns.
That's right.
We talk about Shohei at least once a week. I guess we'll go with them, even though I don't like LA.
Them. He didn't even say the Dodgers. Them.
LA.
I don't know if my passport is expired or not. Anyway,
Josh, who do you like in the World Series?
I mean, unfortunately, the Dodgers, but it's not one of those where I think it's a lock. I mean, I think the Blue Jays can do it. They got home field advantage too.
As big of a fan as I am of Shohei, I think it would be kind of cool if Vlad Jr. shows out a little bit. That'd be really cool. I think it'd actually be good for the hobby too. Shohei is going to get his.
Yeah,
Shohei is going to get his. But yeah,
they got some good players on that team. Some hobby guys.
Yeah. All right, Jacob. What's next? Ooh, this one's juicy.
Our next story is pretty hot and heavy. I'm not gonna lie. It's
breaking news. This is just broke today, right?
Yeah.
Play the video.
It's in this morning.
Play the video.
All right, here we go. Oh,
such as Chauncey Billups, Damon Jones, and Terry Rozier were taken into custody today. Former, current NBA players and coaches. What you don't know is that This is an illegal gambling operation and sports rigging operation that spanned the course of years. The FBI led a coordinated takedown across 11 states to arrest over 30 individuals today responsible for this case, which is very much ongoing. Not only did we crack into the fraud that these perpetrators committed on the grand stage of the NBA, but we also entered and executed a system of justice against La Casa Nostra to include the Bonanno, Gambino, Genovese, and Lucchesi crime families. And you'll hear more about those details today. The charges and the arrests that were taken down across this country range from wire fraud, money laundering, extortion, robbery, illegal gambling. This FBI will leave no room for any perpetrator of crime across this country. But as you now know, individuals such as Chauncey Billups, Damon Jones.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I heard some interesting articles and stuff on this. Jacob, throw that picture up I sent in the group chat. This I thought was pretty funny. These are and I'm trying to figure out where I can get a pair of these, but these are the X-ray glasses that Chauncey Billups and Damon Jones used to rig poker games. So I would imagine with those glasses, you need to play with those specific cards, I would assume, and it probably can see the, hidden ink on the cards of some sort or something like that. But
This is crazy.
I said it a couple times to some people today, like, these guys have to know, like, this all eventually comes to light. Like, it's just like writing a hot check. It's good for a little bit, but it eventually, the paper trail catches up to you. And to relate it to this store, recently we had two young men buy 2 high-end Pokemon cards in the shop and then go to another shop in town, buy a whole bunch of sealed Pokemon product, use a credit card here, go to another shop, buy high-end stuff. Then they request chargebacks through the credit card company, and they say, and the reason is, I wasn't aware of this purchase. And so the credit card companies often protect the customer. And so we get a notice saying that these funds are going to be held because there was a chargeback on this. Almost nothing you can do other than we've kind of spread the picture of the perpetrators online. But I still think, like, in today's day and age with cameras and, like, when I disputed the transaction or the chargeback, and we showed pictures of them inside card shops at the counter with the product, a copy of the receipt with their signature on it, which could be fake, it could be whatever. But in today's day and age, you do this and your credit card sees that you've got 6 charges over 2 days that you're wanting chargebacks for. Who's got your card? We need to investigate this a little bit. So it's pending. We'll see. I'll probably still have to pay back the money, but it's just like, it's going to catch up to them. I mean, They might not have to physically pay back the money. But they will get caught for this. There's too many cameras and too many shops that work together.
Jacob, when you put the story up in the group chat, and then I saw this video, and then they start, like, naming crime families that are involved in this. It's like, holy crap. Like, like I just see Tony Soprano sitting courtside somewhere. It'll be interesting when a couple of these guys decide to roll to keep themselves out of jail, what comes out of the woodwork here. And I have a feeling they may be holding back some big names, like big names that actually matter in the hobby.
Shohei's translator.
LeBron's translator.
Did he?
It wasn't LeBron. It was his translator.
So just wanted to throw that out there. This may have some hobby implications. Much like, we've seen this happen to high-profile athletes. It happened for a split second with Shohei, right? But when the whole thing went down with his translator, his cards took a little bitty dip.
His hobby value was hanging by a thread for a short period of time. And I remind customers that. I said, even guys like Ohtani that are solid lock for valuable cards, even he was this close to his cards being worthless and being banned from baseball. So I mean, the greatest hitter, one of the greatest hitters of all time, banned from baseball, Pete Rose. So could be interesting.
It'll be interesting in the next few days what comes out, or it could be. This may be extended. I mean, everybody's probably lawyering up now, so it may be a bit, but
yeah,
we'll see. All right, what do we have for the last story in the
jail to downtown? We got some new cards to look at here. I think I sent these over to the group yesterday or something like that. We got some WNBA Downtowns.
This product launched today, and we didn't get a lot. We sold out already.
Wow. Okay. Well,
I mean, I never get a lot of WNBA product, unfortunately. But
now I don't collect WNBA. The way they were positioning the post is this is the first time that WNBA has had downtowns, or the first time in this.
It would have to be with the way they're hyping it up.
Yeah, it just seems pretty important.
Man, I feel like I'm drawing a blank because this would not be Caitlin Clark's rookie year because this is Paige Becker's rookie year. I feel like Caitlin had a rookie downtown, though. So, Jamie, I need you to pull up Caitlin Clark downtown rookie.
Oh, she had one. It was in
it wasn't in a WNBA. It wasn't in a WNBA product, though. That's the way I read the post, that this is the first time that it's been out of a WNBA product.
It looks like it was in
royalty.
It says 2024 rookie royalty WNBA.
You have a photo of that?
I do.
Jamie, pull up a photo of that. Okay, so it was out of Panini 1. Look at the top 10. Yeah.
There it is.
The name of the card is rookie royalty, probably. So, but this would be the first time you could get it out of Donruss, including retail probably, and Costco boxes, and obviously. So Anthony says, "Hello, my angels." Gross. And then first year for Downtowns. So apparently not Anthony. Otherwise,
looks like Caitlin Clark had 2 downtowns.
Yeah.
First year for Donruss Downtowns. Anthony, Taylor Swifty fan.
Ooh, boy,
Swifty.
That's hitting below the belt there, Josh.
We've talked about card design a little bit the last couple weeks. We'll thumb through the rest of them in just a second. These felt a little on the weaker side from what we typically expect with the downtown.
I think I'm going to politely disagree. I think we have hyped up the downtown design in our minds so much that if you go back, even look at some of the early Brady downtowns, they're cool, but the style's similar to this as far as the designs in the background. But
it's
first year for downtowns in Donruss, so we all agree. That's what we said, Anthony. How do you keep getting through the ban? I keep banning you, and you keep getting them back on.
Yeah, we'll build that wall. Yeah, I don't know anything about the WNBA, so none of this resonates. But I think I'm leaning towards Jacob here.
I don't know. That's a cool design there.
Oh, yeah, I had this exact coloring book here in kindergarten.
Yeah, there's a high Velveeta factor here. Pretty cheesy.
This one looks all right.
I would challenge you to pull up Patty Mahomes downtown from the last couple seasons.
This smells like My Little Pony.
You have a pony?
We talked about it last week. There was a really sick LeBron James downtown, which we all love him so much, but it was actually pretty sick. Now, some of them have some of them are really bad, and other ones are really good. But they do kind of vary.
All right.
This one's and this one's.
I'm just saying we have these are. We'd be drooling all over the place and jumping all over the place. We pulled one of these. Look at it. It's got tomato
of course
in the background. I think we've just hyped up, like you said, some designs, some years are going to be better than others, but It's no different in my opinion. I do wish they would stick with the downtown, how it looks like a road sign, like in the the older ones.
I'll co-sign on that. Yeah,
that's kind of where its roots are from anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So regardless, it's always good to pull one.
That is true, Josh. That is true.
I've done my research. I thought I was one Brady downtown away from having all of Brady's downtowns ever. But I'm like 3 away.
Call yourself
and it sucks because they're all freaking expensive.
Yeah, call yourself a real collector.
I know. I'm chasing them down. I'm watching a few on eBay. I have an eBay question. Maybe someone knows the answer. You know how you can buy
Barry Bonds.
You can buy a card on eBay, and it'll let you do like make payments on it when you check out, like Affirm or.
Mm-hmm.
Does it let you do that if you make an offer to someone and they accept your offer? The only reason I'm afraid to accept someone's offer or make an offer is I feel like it auto charges me.
Yeah.
Maybe, and I'm sure I could turn auto charge off. And now I sound like a cheapskate because I'm wanting to finance a Tom Brady downtown card, but they're not cheap.
No, I can't even imagine.
I mean, it's a minimum $1,500 on just an 8.
Yeah.
And I need like 3 of them. Anyway, rabbit trail. Sorry.
Josh.
Yes.
Today was a big release day.
It was.
What else is new in the shop this week?
That's a great question, Jacob. Thank you for asking. Let's talk. So today, Topps Basketball Flagship, the long-awaited, 10 years in the making, released today. Blasters, Hobbies, and Jumbos. Megas don't come out until like the 4th or the 6th of November. So, also today, what we said was Donruss WNBA basketball. Another one today that we did not have, Panini Eminence football. That's for the big boys. Tomorrow, Pokemon Salamence and Reshiram EX premium collection boxes arrive. And Topps UFC Knockout, which we will have on the shelves.
That's cool.
Earlier this week, the Topps Holiday Mega Boxes for baseball launched, and the Leaf Multisport. What's that? What's the name of that product? We're gonna show some pictures of some ones that were pulled today. Some great ones. It's the premium booklet edition, history book, sports edition. Thank you. Each box gives you 2 premium booklet cards. We will show off a couple of those momentarily. So if you want to see some that customers pulled today, hello SSB2828. Thank you for watching the stream. So that's this week's releases. Let's show a couple hits.
Ooh. Skipping forward.
Do we think Adam Silver tenure has been a failure so far? That's a great question. I would lean more towards yes, it has. I didn't know the mob still ran stuff in 2025. Of course they do. They're just sneakier about it now.
Yeah. Why would you say that Adam Silver's tenure has been a failure?
Because NBA is probably at an all-time low for favorability, for watchability, for viewership. We all talk about in the hobby shop, it's the weakest of the 3 big sports, and it's not even close. Baseball and football trounce it. And Anthony says, I think SSS whatever, but not me. Well, yes. He's not a Taylor Swift fan. That's why, because I think the NBA hasn't grown in its excitement, and half the people I talk to don't even watch it until it gets to the playoffs.
Yeah, but I
got political, and it turned a bunch of people off because
but I think he's caught, right? That dude's caught in between cycles. Like there was the Jordan cycle, and then the Kobe cycle, and then the LeBron cycle, and then now there's like, is Wemby going to be the face of the league? Who's going to be the face of the league? You know, everybody wants Luka to be, and just, I don't know. He's just. There's nobody that's stepping up to be the face of the league.
I would semi-agree with you because what happens is when basketball is really favorable and everyone's watching it and talking about it and loving it, the card market follows it, and the card market is way behind the others. And so, I think he's done a poor job. I think it stems from they just got too political for a while there. And I say that based off of the amount of people that come into the shop. And I'll say, what do you collect? Baseball, football, basketball? I don't do basketball. I can't stand back. You know, and a lot of them will harken back to some of the political stuff that just people don't want to be caught up in. And there was that way for football too. Remember, there are a lot of people, I'm not with the kneeling stuff. I'm not watching football anymore. Football was just a monster that couldn't be stopped. It's just too popular that it could overcome that. And kind of everyone got back on board with it. Basketball just doesn't have that level of being a monster. So
great question.
I've said for a long time, and on this podcast, I want to get the basketball hobby on fire, figure out a way to get Michael Jordan in these products. Fanatics needs to back the Brinks truck up, give Jordan whatever he wants, and it would light the basketball card market on fire.
Yeah. Great point.
Top 3 players in the NBA aren't American, so that doesn't help. Anthony, believe it or not, you made a solid point there.
I don't know. That doesn't translate over to Shohei.
Oh,
so
you have to do Shohei-like things that have never been done before, things you've never seen before to transcend that, maybe.
Yep.
There you go. So Silver lost his core audience. The young adults and teenagers aren't going to spend money like someone who has 2 kids and a family. There you go. So is it recoverable? Absolutely. I think so. And
Josh,
Top getting this license is probably going to do a little help for that.
At least for the hobby. Yep.
Did you want to go ahead and do today's hits or this week's hits?
Let's show off on a Topps flagship basketball launch day. We're going to show off a bunch of Panini hits that were hit. So, and Jacob's going to start with the big wrestling one. This was
I showed this in a couple Facebook groups I'm in, and they're like, all right, I get it. Why is that guy there? Why is that guy there? And I'm like, they got the autos that they had at the time.
Sure. So I don't know if you can zoom in on this at all.
Ric Flair, Brutus Beefcake, Dory Funk Jr., Hulk Hogan, Hollywood Hulk Hogan, which he did not sign all the time, Greg Valentine, Tito Santana, the Barbarian, Goldberg, who must have been drunk whenever he signed this, but he did write an inscription below it, Coco Beware, Tatanka, Bushwhacker Luke, and Jake the Snake Roberts.
So, yeah, it's called the Dominant Dozen. Those are all wrestlers. But, yeah, it's kind of a hodgepodge of different, low-level guys and mid-tier guys and all-time greats on there. So
it's got a good spread. You got your main eventers, your mid-card, and your jobbers.
And this looks on card.
No,
this is on card. They're stickers. So that sticker...
They're big wide stickers, so
okay,
is that tall?
Yeah, because Goldberg, I don't know if he was trying to miss the sticker. Like
probably signing all day long, and I don't know. Little known fact: Tatanka was one of my favorites, big time growing up. He was always one of my favorites.
Tatanka, give me the Rock and Roll Express? Come on, those are my
all right. So that was a big one out of the Leaf History Book product today. Some more out of that same product, Jacob. Little Drew Brees booklet. So these come, as you can see, the magnetic has the Leaf logo on it. So these come already magged up.
That's sweet.
So, yep, little Drew Brees booklet. We've got the dual Charles Barkley, Dennis Rodman. The round mound of rebound.
Yeah.
And Dennis Rodman, who's one of the best all-time rebounders. So Barkley doesn't sign a lot too, from what I hear. So his autograph holds some good value.
Leaf just kills it with almost every release. It's crazy.
So we're gonna skip a few more of those Leaf ones. So this was just the only numbered Cooper I saw pulled in the store today. I'm sure others got pulled because we sold a lot of that product and it walked out the door. But that picture's a little deceiving. I let the light shine off the holographic part of it to make it look a little more colorful than it is, but it was a beautiful card. Number to 250. All right, going back to Leaf, we got Bob Cousy and Jerry West. Rest in peace.
The logo.
The NBA logo. So, yep. That one. And then the customer that pulled this is actually a big tennis fan, like has been to watch the U.S. Open multiple times. Was super stoked about this card. Said it's staying in his PC, so
it's pretty cool.
And then and then the next two cards were in the same box. So this one is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 relic pieces of Boston Red Sox all-time greats. We won't read them all, but if you're a Red Sox all-time great, there's a good chance you're on that card. Out of that same box, staying in the area of Boston, was the Gronk Edelman dual auto. And there was like 3 Patriot fans in the shop when this was pulled. So
that's cool.
Drooling over it. But
did you let this leave the shop?
Huh?
Did you let this one leave the shop?
I PC only Brady. I can't PC everything I like. So, yep, I love the card, but
that's pretty
So that was some of the hits. Oh wait, do you have?
We got one more.
The Ace Bailey one, yeah. Customer pulled this at home and sent me the picture. So, number to 99, Ace Bailey rookie auto. We also had, I don't have the picture saved. A customer sent me a picture of the only home court advantage that was pulled from the shop. Those are case hits, and it was also Ace Bailey, which would be a big one.
That's good. That's a big card. It's awesome.
All right. More pictures coming on the gram eventually, I'm sure. So,
all right. Well, let's have our word from our sponsor, Josh.
Are you looking to get your cards graded? Well, here at Grand Slam, we've simplified the process of submitting and getting a card graded. All you have to do is drop off your cards and kick your feet up, while our transparent tracking ensures that you are up to date with every detail along the way. When you log into our website, you'll immediately be greeted with each card in the grading process, along with where it's at in the process and its final grade. And with over 1,000 submissions and some of the top cards across the country being submitted through us, we have become a well-trusted source to handle and submit your cards. So you can do more collecting and leave the chore of grading to us. So don't sit on grading your cards. Get them submitted today at Grand Slam, where grading's made easy.
Alrighty. Our first story after the sponsor is actually pretty cool. We all know Randy Johnson. Fun fact, when I played video games when I was little, I would play as the Yankees because they had the highest rating on the game at the time. So
cheater.
That's my experience with them. But let's go ahead and pop this up.
You probably still lost. Don't play this whole thing, too. This whole thing's kind of long. I watched it in the group chat that you sent it in. It's very cool. But this is the reason Randy Johnson does not sign jerseys. He'll sign other items.
You just want to do a synopsis of it instead of watching it?
Show 30 seconds of it, and then we'll.
Okay, 2 inscriptions, HOF and big unit. Times 2.
Can you mute it? So, like, they asked him why, because they had brought jerseys, it sounds like, and they asked why how come we don't sign jerseys? And so the reason he doesn't do that is because the jersey, in his opinion, is more likely to be auctioned off for charity. Correct me if I'm misspeaking at all, but he says there's not a lot of those jerseys floating around because of that. So when someone does have a Randy Johnson autographed jersey, it'll fetch more money, and then charity gets more money. So tell me,
he doesn't want to dilute the product by putting too many out there. That's a pretty good reason.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to autograph kind of for a part-time living after you retire, you probably should do some things like that. Keep a couple things that you don't sign so they are more exclusive, and and then I guess it means more because you're going to be autographing a lot of stuff when you're him.
Yeah, I wonder we looked at a couple of these signing events, and I wonder if they just were not explicit about the fact that he doesn't, and they had to find out when they got there that he didn't.
I got the vibe from that video that none of them. They were just curious why that one wasn't on the list. It would be like getting to meet Bo Jackson and then in person being able to ask him, why don't you sign the card with the bat behind your shoulder? Because Bo doesn't sign that card. And I guess, instead of getting hearsay, you get to hear it straight from his mouth. And so,
yeah, it's actually pretty honorable because we've talked about it before with the whole premium item pricing that they do at the events. And it's like, well, Josh, you and I with the wrestling belts, they charge like 2.5 times the price of a normal autograph just to have it on there. And it's like, yeah, that's cool. But it's like, but with him, this seems like an actual genuine reason on why he doesn't do it. And it's kind of hard to complain about that.
And especially when he's willing to sign everything else.
Yeah.
So, and Anthony chimes in and says jerseys carry a premium at charity auctions. Well, good to know you're the expert at charity auctions.
We're going to have a first-time viewer pop in here and be like, what's the bald guy's beef with Anthony?
Yeah, boy, man, this is how you treat your customers. I'm not going
right.
to no, we need to have Anthony call in one night and be a guest on the podcast, and then I can roast him and we can see it.
Him and Sleeve It Sports Cards.
That's right.
All right, our next story, we're back to Shohei. Michael, since you wanted to defend him a couple segments ago, we will go ahead and I'll let you introduce this one here.
It's because they're both Asian.
This is just that, yes, but this one's just there's the cool factor behind this one.
This is pretty sweet, but you got to have the sound on with this one.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! Shohei Ohtani! Wow!
It would make it even creepier, but in a cool way. No sound except for the Star Wars sounds.
Yeah.
Play it one more time with sound right from the beginning. That sounds so cool. And then picture it with it's just cool. Like quiet as everyone watches it leave.
Yeah. I've got these headphones on. It sounds even cooler with the headphones on. I mean, what a game.
When Freddie Freeman is got his hands on his head, that's something special.
Yeah, because they watch him every day. They watch him warm up. They watch him take BP. They practice with him, and then they're still shocked. Anthony bringing the doo-doo.
Anthony, this is a family show, and I don't know why you would eat chocolate ice cream on there because
we vary, but 3 weeks we're good. No, there's 1 week we're a little off.
Look at Derek coming in hot, Derek.
Derek, you're a Tigers fan, right? I mean, this was a hard postseason for you. It was a hard end of the regular season, and then you snuck in, and then it was a hard postseason. So I'm a Cubs fan. I mean, I think we overperformed a little bit. 1 game away from going to the National League Championship Series, so oh well, life sucks. Then you die. The Dodgers and the Yankees and everybody who keeps winning. My money's on the Chiefs here, by the way, too. That's not a hot take, but I think the Chiefs are going to be hard to beat this year.
Wow.
A little off topic there, but Guardians.
Any other hot takes?
Yes, Eric, I knew that. I knew that you're an Indians fan. For you racists out there that calling the Guardians the Indians.
You got to flash that one up there. I'm of that age to where this is something that I need to do.
Is that a threat?
I'll never be that age, no matter what.
Josh is 29 and older.
We can get rid of that kidney stone. We got to go up your pee hole with this tube. I'm like, nope, I'll be in pain the rest of my life. Give me oxycodone pills.
Yes, that'd be a whole other episode. Forget Percocet. Give them the strong stuff.
Not even 2 minutes ago, we were family friendly.
Yeah.
Yep. You can say pee hole, but you can't say eat poop.
All right, let's dive back into cards. Here's the one we talked about, or the one I talked about in the rundown with the shoe in the card.
I mean, that's pretty sweet, Topps. Topps spending that big cheese. Actual game-worn shoe inside the signed card. I wonder, too. Oh, that's the October 19th. That wouldn't be the game that he hit the 3 home runs. But here, I mean, here, Derek, I'll counter your little fun fact here. He said the Dodgers have $989 million in deferred contracts. Did you see the stat that the $700 million they've paid Shohei, they've already recouped that money based on ticket and merchandise sales and whatever else. So like he was basically free from this point on. Like that's insane to think about, but
that's the
$700 million ain't much when
look, every other team in the league, if you look at all the high profile players on the Dodgers, they had a chance to bring their checkbook and a good attitude and they let them go. And the Dodgers welcomed him with open arms. So I'm looking at this card. It says, what's that thing? It's out of 5. So you've got both of the New Balance logos. I guess there's going to be one on the heel.
Is there a logo on the inside of a New Balance?
There should be.
Maybe something on the tongue, but
yeah.
You could also get a piece that's not this cool. This is probably the best one. So, oh, you mean on the inside of the foot, not the inside of the shoe? Yeah, there is. So, yeah, you're probably getting 4.
So you're getting 4, and then maybe the heel.
I wish if they're going to do something like this and they know it's out of 5, show me the 5. It's not like you're having to show the whole 20 or the spellbound of Brady. Sure. You're not having to show that all.
Show all 5 of them.
Show the 5 of them. We know what we're dealing with.
Well, you're not going to pull one anyway, so does it matter?
I'm not. I don't open baseball.
Neither am I. This isn't Topps updated, so
no.
Oh, the updated Topps Diamond Icons updated. It's Diamond Icon Series 2.
Yes. I think I think the point behind all the Shohei cards is, for me, does it take a bit of a dip if they don't win, or is he just solid?
He's solid. They're crowning that game the best game ever played. He's solid.
Is he solid if he stops pitching?
Like this season or period?
Period.
Nah, not if he keeps hitting 50 every year.
No. But then he's quote unquote just a hitter at that point.
Yeah, just the best hitter in the league.
Yeah.
And the last
saying that, I'm not a Shohei fan, but
go ahead and show that last card, and I'll talk about this. I was talking to my wife about him.
Before Derek's still bitter. He said, I'd rather be Nike than the dad shoe cleats, New Balance. You've got a great point there. I agree. But Nike's got enough money, right?
If this kid spoke fluent English, he would be sponsoring everything. And speaking of him not wearing Nike, so Nike prides themselves on getting the best athlete in every sport. And so this is quite a coup for New Balance to have signed Shohei.
Yeah, I'm proud of them. I used to be in the shoe business. I've sold a lot of New Balances in my day.
Yeah. And New Balance used to be just that shoe that you knew you were buying a good shoe because they didn't do a lot of marketing. And
yeah, and it was the barbecue dad shoe along with that Nike Monarch.
Yeah. So it'll be are they announcing MVP before the World Series, or is it after?
I think it's after. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it's after. I think he's pretty safe. You're only person you could maybe make a case for is my boy Schwarber, and I just don't think you can make the case for it.
No, because let's just say Schwarber and him are equal in offensive stats.
Yeah, Shohei's pitching.
Then what? Then what? Oh my goodness! Could you imagine pulling this card? Could you imagine paying what you needed to pay for a box of Diamond Icons, and this was the hit?
I can imagine it, but I have a vivid imagination.
We'd be able to get a whole row of seats at that Dodgers Game 7 game.
Yep.
My goodness. Pretty cool. All right, what we got next, Jacob?
In the background, I'm trying to see if New Balance cleats saw a spike in interest over the week. I'm trying. Our next
oddly enough, I didn't even know New Balance made baseball cleats.
Well, now you and a lot of other people do know.
Yeah. So.
Believe it or not, I'll come back to that.
Because would the Dodgers still be good without Ohtani, though? That's the argument. Believe me, Derek, I'm not an Ohtani fan. I'm not a Dodger fan. I don't like these big market teams doing what they're doing. But Ohtani struggled this whole postseason, and they made it. They didn't need his epic game to get to the World Series. So, unfortunately, they got Mookie. They got Freeman. They got a handful of really good players and great pitching. So, yes, and that's probably the point you're making. They don't need him, meaning that he really the most valuable player if they can live without him and still succeed. Unfortunately, we know that MVP award is not really, because if that were the case, there's other people that are much more deserving that are carrying their team. But I like your fervor, if that's a word.
Big word.
Word of the day. Anyway, let's go back from baseball back over to basketball again. And Topps Basketball is going gold with their new Gold Logo Man program. Pop this up on the screen here.
3 players will wear a gold NBA logo for the 25-26 season. I'm guessing they are the award winners, Defensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year, and MVP. So that would be SGA, Stephen Castle, and Evan Mobley. That's kind of cool. Couple lesser names in there.
So I'm confused. They're going to wear this all season long?
Yep.
Yeah.
Not just for like one game.
It says
it's game used, because I'm assuming when these landing cards are going to be 101s, why would they need to wear them all season long?
So how about this? They are probably going to take one, make the cards. It says these game-worn patches will be placed into ultra-rare trading cards, and those 3 players will probably just continue to wear gold logos on their jerseys, because every other NBA player wears an NBA logo on their jersey. So they take one and cut it out, make the cards, and doesn't mean they wear a jersey with a hole in it the rest of the year. No, they continue to wear it. So you will know those 3 players and the award they won based on their gold logos. I like it. Sorry, it's been a long day. I'm a little cranky. I've been here all day.
Jeez. All right. Let's
Any
get
other
Josh out of here. Let's
questions?
just click through the rest of the links and let's get out of here. Josh is going to
next?
kill somebody tonight.
I hope I get robbed when I leave here so I can beat up the robber.
I don't know if I want to say that considering the history of the shop.
Down here in the ghetto and it's dark out.
Josh's shop is not in the ghetto.
Yeah, it's a little
Don't
ghetto-ish.
mind him. It's not.
I've only been broken into 3 times. And
You're just teasing them at this point.
Oh my gosh.
3 other attempts.
Oh my gosh.
Let's talk a little more Topps basketball.
Send a patrol car over there now.
Since it released today, let's go ahead and talk a little bit more Topps basketball. We got the rookies to collect.
Yeah, so this is enlightening to me because for me, it was only the 2 kids out of Duke, Knuppel and Flag. And so this was good for me. So scroll down. If you guys are just listening, obviously Cooper Flag is going to be leading this class. And then we've got... this guy was on the video that we watched last week, opening a pack of cards. Dylan Harper is somebody else to watch. And then there's Con Newpel, which a little home cooking here. He's playing for
good game last night too, from what I hear. The Hornets played really well. He played well. Brandon Miller balled out. Ace Bailey.
And so Ace Bailey made an appearance in, you said, a couple cards today in the shop, correct?
Yeah. A couple big cards of his were pulled. I don't like that picture. It looks like he's cheerleading, but if you didn't know that was the shooting motion of a basketball player, you'd be like, what is he doing in that picture? Landing airplanes?
Just keep going. We got to get through this, Jacob. We got to get him out of here. And then Trey Johnson III. And now, is Trey Johnson III? Is that need to be sent to the Department of Redundancy Department?
Why?
Trey,
Trey
Johnson III.
Oh, a little Spanish from our resident Asian.
Oh, man.
How do you say 3 in Asian?
All right. Is there anything left we need? Just skip the last one, guys. If you've made it this far, in this episode, I apologize.
God have mercy on you.
So sorry, but if you feel like it, please like, comment, subscribe, leave a review.
I have a plethora of crazy facts. I kept seeing them this week, and I was like, I got to save these.
You have a plethora of a lot of things tonight, Josh. Take us out, big guy.
All right, crazy stat of the week. So we're gonna do 4 or 5. They don't take that long. Don Mattingly. I didn't know this. This was crazy to me. Don Mattingly has spent 40 plus years in baseball in the MLB, and for the first time in his career, he's headed to the World Series. Yeah. That was mind-boggling to me. He was a Yankee and a little bit of a journeyman towards the end, right? Maybe. So even as coaching, a hitting coach, first time going to the World Series. So
good for Donnie Baseball. He was one of the guys I collected when I was a kid. So love it.
And then we have some stats. There's one. So a lot of these are going to be in the face of my man, Tom Brady. Drake May is the first Patriots quarterback in team history to throw at least 20 passes in a game and have a completion percentage over 90%. So he broke Brady's record there. Says he's also tied Brady from the 2007 undefeated season with 4 games of at least 200 passing yards, 135-point rating, and 2 passing touchdowns.
Good for him.
I'm not sold yet, but he is starting to get me there.
Yeah, good for him.
This was also something crazy. You know, the Belichick-Brady era was so dominant. Drake May and Mike Vrabel, the quarterback coach combo right now, led the Patriots. They just won 3 straight road games 3 weeks in a row. Brady and Belichick never did that.
That's hard to believe.
Years, never won 3 straight road games in a row, 3 weeks in a row. We didn't talk about this, but did you hear about the dude Monty Quinn?
I did. I saw that.
522 rushing yards in 1 game and 7 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And I was looking, he carried the ball 20 times. If you take 522, I hadn't done this yet. I'm curious. What was his yards per carry, you might ask? 26 yards per carry.
Yeah. Let's play a little defense, guys.
Yeah.
Come on.
All right. We're going to take it out with a Babe Ruth Shohei stat. I'm going to throw it up on the screen via my phone. Look at this. Through their first 725 major league games, identical home runs, 176. And their pitching record, 1 win away from being identical. That's almost eerie.
Once in a generation. But let's see Shohei drink like Babe Ruth and see if he could still perform.
And eat hot dogs and stuff. But you could go the other route. I had learned that when Babe Ruth started to really become a great hitter, he stopped pitching.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe give the edge to Ohtani. If Ohtani continues to throw shutouts and strike 10 out and also bat and hit 50, crazy.
Yeah, we will forget about the the 10 strikeout, 3 home run game when Shohei closes out Game 7 by tying it in the 9th because they're going to be in Toronto. He's going to hit a home run to go ahead and then close out the World Series by striking out the side.
Then we'll crown him.
Josh, thank you for joining us from a long day in the shop. Jacob, thank you for producing and not making me do it. And guys, thanks for listening and watching. We will see you guys next week. Bye.
Derek, watch the episode. We answered your question earlier. Bye.
See ya.